As usual, I'm trying to get my videos done wherever I can. What day is today? It's Saturday afternoon, so I still got time. I'm looking at all the yearlings. I did the math. I'm sure I didn't do a head count at the stable today. I'm looking at who's on the site, who I know is not on the site. By my count, there are 65 yearlings at thestable.ca. Under the umbrella of thestable.ca right now. I say it that way because we still haven't got our Indiana yearlings. I had to pay a gentleman to board them in Indiana. The problem with the Indiana sale is the same as some of the sales. They don't have the international health papers there. And it's not like, I've said this before in a video, here in Ontario, if I want to get health papers, I have to draw blood, take a Coggins test. They'll do that at the university, I assume. I can have that done, that back to me in about a day, 2 days at the most. Take that physical Coggins copy up to the health department, which is 10 minutes north of my house, stamp it on site, the horse is good to go. Not that way in the US. It's a little more difficult. It can take a little bit of time, and it has. The papers were ready 5 days ago, but because Harrisburg being Harrisburg, Doyle Transport was busy as a bugger and couldn't pick the horses up. So they sat in Indiana. We have 2 yearlings in Ohio that are actually Ontario breds that are set to come to us. We have the 2 horses in Indiana. We have another yearling, which is an Indiana yearling. This will be 5 for this year, which is perfect. He's a Guccio colt, so we have a Guccio filly. I can't think of his name. You'll see him later. A Guccio colt, a Guccio filly. What are the other ones? A Jailhouse Jazzy colt. And, Big Stick Lindy colt and a Whom Shall I Fear colt. So 4 trotting colts. It's actually perfect. They all race them one night, hopefully. 4 trotting colts and 1 trotting filly for Indiana. So let's look at who's not here yet. I have not seen my girl. I can't wait to see her again. One My Heart Hanover is not back from Harrisburg yet. Saturday afternoon. She'll be here by the time you see this. And broke. And jogging, probably. Saurus Blue Chip. Saurus Blue Chip. He's not back yet. Jazzy Judy are Delaware and Maryland eligible. Let me clarify that right from the start. She is a Delaware bred, so she will race the sire. It's cool. Sire stakes don't start till September next year, so almost a year, like Australia and New Zealand, I guess. They have 2 legs of 20 and a final of 100 at Harrington, half-mile track. 2 legs of 20 and a final for 100 at Dover when it opens up in end of October. So September and October, and you're done in just 2 months. So prep racing, hopefully, and whatnot. Now she's also eligible to the Maryland Standardbred Fund, but anybody born in Maryland is eligible to that. So virtually everything born at Winback is eligible to that. So probably not going to go there. But nevertheless, a very intriguing program. Stronger than New Jersey's been the last few years, and Illinois for sure stronger than that jurisdiction. So Delaware's no joke. The cool thing about this is this year I think they said they had 12 horses that are going to race. The year before I think they had a race with 4 horses in it. 29 trotting fillies in total on earth are eligible. If they're not ready, they get sick, they get lame, they're too immature. You do the math. Hundreds of horses are eligible in New York and Pennsylvania, and you see the numbers they get. There are only 29 eligible in Delaware. So no joke. Jazzy Judy's full sister was a Delaware champion, made $200,000, and strong family behind her. So lots of reasons to be interested in Jazzy Judy. Saurus Blue Chip's not here. One My Heart Hammer now. Who is here? I jogged. What did I jog today? Oh, she's not on here. Oh, goodness. We have 66 yearlings. I jogged, what's that filly's name? Frizzle Frazzle, he called her. It'll come to me in a second. Southwind Frank filly. Her name is Frilly Fringes. Frilly Fringes. I jogged today. What a beautiful... Listen, I'm going to say they're beautiful. Trust me, I would tell you if they weren't. What an ugly filly. But no, Frilly Fringes is a beautiful filly. Trot's nice. Smart filly, and she was full of herself today. Thought she was going to kick a couple of times, but didn't. So intelligent also. How did I miss that? So, Frilly Fringes jogged today. I jogged her. And Mario's crew went with Off-Road Hanover, Lincoln Hanover, Stacy Hanover. They didn't want to break her today. She had a little temperature yesterday. They didn't want to break her today, which they should have. We put the harness on her today. She'll jog on Monday. So, 66 yearlings in the barn. 66 yearlings in the barn. Change that. Okay, 66 yearlings in the barn. The horses from Hanover, half of them aren't here yet. Half of them jogged today. One of them didn't jog today. So let's go through quickly who is not here, who's not jogging yet. Jesse Balboa, not broke, on his way from Indiana. That's my girl, not broke, on her way from Indiana. 2 Ontario-bred horses that are in Ohio right now. One's a Sports Rider, one's a Sunshine Beach. They're supposed to be headed here also. There's a Guccio colt in Indiana also. Lincoln Source Blue Chip, Won My Heart Hanover. Jazzy Judy. There is and 2 more Ontario breds that are supposed to come in also. So on site, we should theoretically have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We should have 56 yearlings on site right now, and 10 are on their way. I think that will do it. Steve and I were driving home yesterday, and he was looking at the Ohio sale book. Then I was looking at it when he was driving. Amy peered up, and she called us both sick. So I don't think there's anything for us in Ohio. There was an interesting looking colt, but his breeding was not that interesting at all. So not a whole lot for us in Ohio. I think 66, the only way that number grows would be if people send us horses privately, which may happen. But as of right now, under the umbrella of the stable, 66. Let's go through them again. The ones that are not here yet, there are 2 Ontario breds. One is a Big Jim. One is a Up the Credit. The other one is Sunshine Beach and Sports Rider. Then we have Jesse Balboa, who is a Jailhouse Jesse. We have That's My Girl and the Guccio colt, both by Guccio. And then we have, who are not here on the bottom, Won My Heart Hanover, Sebastian K. Winner of the Matron, 2-year-old filly was a Sebastian K. Saurus Blue Chip is not here yet also. He is a Casey Sire, American Ideal. And Jazzy Judy, Political Briefing. And that's it. That's not here yet. So of the horses that are here, let's go through them quick. Just to tell you that they're going good. We did have some vet appointments for horses today, so I will be updating everybody, just so it's fair game, on a few little issues that went on. We had 11 floor scope, 3 horses had OCDs. One of them, they weren't in places we were going to worry about. One of them we're going to take out in a few weeks, as the horse is really difficult to work with his hind end still. Don't want to get anybody hurt. And who's the third one? The third one, we'll be making an appointment for her right away. None of them are concerning at all. So let's run through them quick. Adrenaline Rush has been going good, looking good. This is the brother to, you know who it is. The brother to Miss Brampton Beast. We will be castrating him this week. Bit of a lazy bugger, but beautiful gait, and he'll go when you make him. Just not, I'm not going to spend all winter making him. I would suspect if we castrate him, you may remember Sunshine's Finest was incredibly lazy and a little sour when before we gelded him at Christmas of his 2-year-old year. So no concerns. Adrenaline Rush will be gelding soon. Argento's going good, looks good. Everything appears to be fine with him. Better's Hope, pacing every day now. You saw in the first drone video, he's bouncing around a bit. He only need the hobbles on a couple of days. Looks great on the track now. Braemar. Now, Braemar is a horse. He's got a little bit of soft sesamoids up front. Just got to work on them. The vet said if you start to bother him, just cryo them. It's not too concerning up front. Behind, he had an OCD in each ankle. Tiny ones. She said they may not have to come out, but it might be worth coming out, and they will, simply because I know if we don't take them out when they'll start to bother him. right when we go to qualify him, and that would frustrate me to no end. So we will take them at a Braemar. The problem with Braemar is he's a little self-conscious, and he is a big boy, and he knows he's a big boy. He was hard to shoe, hard to get hobbles on, and until we can wear bandages on him behind without getting the groom killed, we're going to wait. This is the first time I've ever had to wait to take OCDs out because of the bandaging process. But I don't want to get anybody hurt. And he's just, you know what he's like? He's like a beaten dog. And that's not to say anybody roughed this horse up when he was a baby or anything like that. He might just be one of those horses where he's on guard all the time. And until he knows you, he doesn't want to be around you. And the blacksmith almost got injured the first time he went to shoe him. And the second time, he was even more tranquilized. He had enough tranquilizer in him to knock a Tyrannosaurus Rex out. The third time they shot him, and he was fine then. So he's learning just slowly. Broadway Roll is pacing great on the track now. Cambridge Stars trotting great now that we added a little weight and changed his shoes up front. Little Bugger's trotting great. Can't Deny My Spirits, always trotting great. Beautiful horse. Can't Muscle Me's doing her work properly. Made a few little shoeing adjustments with her in between videos, or in between drone videos, and she looked good. For those of you asking, I think we're going to try and get the drone out next week. Next week, we're going to get that drone out. I think Curtis can't do it Saturday. It looks like it's going to be a Friday job, possibly. Captain's Maid. She had that hernia. Hernia was really that not the hernia, but the application of that clamp was bothering her, and it come off, and it was gross. Oh my God, it was gross. Ugh. But it was supposed to, but it was just nasty. So, probably going to go easy with her for a few days, and then she'll make the drone next week. Carry a Big Stick is going good, looks good. Cut the Line looks good. I'll tell you, as the horses, Carry Big Stick was floor scoped. Everything's all right. There was an OCD, but they said don't worry about it. It's not going to bother him. So he's got a green light. Cut the Line looks good. Desperado, we did castrate Desperado. He is a dirty bugger. That he's great on the track, but in the stall kicks the stall nonstop. So we kick and chains on him, and we castrated him this week. Eternity Road looks fantastic on the track. He's learning more and more every day. First Glance is doing his work properly. Fox Valley Britska, we are going to castrate Fox Valley Britska very, very soon, as he can be a little bit cranky at times also, but trots good on the track, does everything right. Girls with Swirls, Danny O'Brien loves this filly. Amy actually owns a piece of this filly, and Danny, she's in the top barn, and Girls with Swirls in the bottom. Danny won't give her up. He loves Girls with Swirls. Gray as a New Red is pacing good. She's paced great from day one. GW Chrome is doing his work great for a horse that was so bad at the sale. He looks fantastic right now. So GW Chrome is doing his work well. Holy Chick got shod today. She always has trotted well, as has Eglaire AM. I'm a Lovely Lady, another one trotting great. I'm Hill on Wheels did get floor scope the other day. He does have some OCDs, but they're in areas that we're not going to take out, so that's a good thing. The bad thing is they're there. They may never bother him. They may bother him. Just a few little issues, but he's a tough bugger. You can tell he's had a tough upbringing, so to speak. But Hill on Wheels trotting great on the track and looks very, very good. Keystone Raven's doing her work well. Let's Roll On. We continue to do a little work with her and with him, and change his shoeing. We'll continue to do that. Miss Meringue, floor scoped clean. She looked good. Little issue with her left front foot. Had a little chip that was already mended back on. Looks like she hurt it when she was just a baby, but she's fine. Mama Knows Best. Nobody wants any part of Mama Knows Best right now, for those of you out there. It's way early, but all she does is trot, and she loves to beat up on horses. She's a beautiful trotter. For a horse that we gave nothing for, she certainly is something to watch on the track. Momo looks good. I made a few little shoeing adjustments. I want to see how she looks tomorrow, or on Monday. I'm going to go with her on Monday. My Jazz always looks good. No Free Lunch, another horse looks good. We'll probably castrate him just because he doesn't need his testicles, and I don't want to give this Royal Majesty, a colt, to an opportunity to go off and go off the rails. So we'll probably aim to, he'll be near the end of the castration list, but No Free Lunch, no reason we shouldn't castrate him. Northern Blizzard looks good. He's done his job real well from day one. He's teetered on that for castration list, but I'm going to leave him for now. I like what I see in this colt so far. Same as Perfect Record. I thought for sure this guy was going to need to be gelded. He's just a beautiful horse on the track. Rose Run Wanda. went and perfect record was fluoroscope good, I believe, also. Rose Run Wanda, little curb left hind, we're cryoing it this week. Rose Run Why Not has an OCD in her hind ankle, and we're going to take it out. Other than that, she was perfect. Roy Hill, he hasn't been castrated yet, but I think he does need to be. He's starting to get a little grabby even now. I don't want him getting too hot, right? I don't want him getting hot, and I think Roy Hill's the type that could. He looks like he could, so we'll castrate him at some point. Set the Mood's done everything good. They said this guy is a little warm at times, so there was 3 horses castrated this week. If he was, I don't think Set the Mood was, but again, much like Roy Hill, he will be on that list. So admirable. She was a little bit sick a couple of times. We gave her a week in the field, just left her alone, brought her back. Johnny said she looked great this week. She starts back Monday. Sunshine in May. She's tiny, but she has done everything fantastically since we got her. Surreal Love. I'm sorry. Jesus, I did it again. Sorry. I get Set the Mood and Surreal Love mixed up. Set the Mood is a Heston Blue Chip. He looks great. John and his daughter own a big chunk of her. He'll probably be gelded, but he's not on the Do It Now list. That's Surreal Love. Little hot, little sharp, great gait, but probably needs to be gelded. I always get them mixed up. Sweet Ambitions has been doing her work great all week. James says she's just picking away at herself. She's transitioning now. She's learning to go fast. All these trotters with that are even remotely line gated. By line gated, I mean it looks like they can touch. So a passing gated trotter, wider in front, wider in the back, narrow in front, and they miss, no problem. Line gated horses are very close, and some of them miss because mathematically they just don't hit. Some of them have to learn to transition into trotting quicker. Sweet Ambitions is that kind of horse. She's almost passing gated. Maybe she will learn it, or maybe she'll become a little more passing gated, but nevertheless, she does her work very, very well. Tanzanite Tricks, gonna have to work with her this week. They said she made a couple of breaks. It's not a big deal. She's just very narrow also, that filly. Just needs to have a little more confidence, so we'll be working with her this week. The Fat Cobra was castrated, I believe. I'm almost positive he was. If he wasn't, he's on the list immediately, but I think he was. The Fat Cobra, little shoeing changes. Fluoroscope perfect. Great. That's fantastic. So the Fat Cobra is got a green light from the vet, and I believe a few ounces later. Tipsy and Dixie stopped kicking, so that's good, but she can trot. Man, oh man, she's got quite an attitude, but a beautiful gait. Tipsy and Dixie has looked great throughout. Try to Tease Me has been A1 and lights out since day one. Really happy with her. Walk on the Moon, completely fluoroscope clean. Very happy to hear that. This colt's brother raced in the Breeders' Crown. He won the Wellwood, if I'm not mistaken. So Walk on the Moon, very happy to see. Very curious to see what's going to take place with this guy. Warwee was up, as I'd said today to one of our clients. I had said he'll likely be gelded. She said, well, when he gets mean. Nah, we don't wait till he gets mean. This is a big boy, and I'm probably going to castrate him before Christmas time. Warwee Welcome looks good. Mario said she might have a little curb coming. Again, that's not a big deal at all. I would suspect it's right hind. If you look at the way she was trotting in her opening video, how good she looked, she was getting in on the turns. That might have been coming for a little bit, for a little time now. So Warwee Welcome, cool it out, crowd it, never worry about it again. And then Well and Down. Oh, she's a little bugger in the stall. I saw her rearing up and bouncing around today. She feels good in the barn, but she feels great on the track, and she looks good. Now to our Harrisburg horses that I saw go today. Lincoln Hanover, great gait. Both him and Off-Road Hanover look fantastic. Off-Road was a little bouncy today, but looked good. Stacy Hanover, I'm going to go with her on Monday. First time in the harness. She was supposed to have harness on day. Second time in the harness, first time in the jog cart. Won My Heart Hanover. Can't wait to go with her on Monday. Source Blue Chip will be going on Monday. Jazzy Judy. Now the scoop with Jazzy Judy, for those of you buying in, we'll probably break her, jog her for a month, and then turn her out for 6 weeks. There's no rush. Her stakes don't start till September of next year. And then Frilly Fringes, move. Wait until you see Frilly Fringes. She looks good. This is Southwind Frank filly. Up here, Rito Sunshine's got it down now, looking good. Beef and Cheddar looked better today. Probably geld both of those colts around Christmas time, but we'll see how they go. Royal Tyrone, I apologize, Jody. I do not have an update on Royal Tyrone. I don't know how he went this week. I'll have to ask Danny. Somebody said, well, you should ask him before you do your videos. I thought I had a pretty good handle on everybody, but it looks like Royal Tyrone. I haven't had anything bad. Haven't heard anything bad about him, so I'll see how he looks on Monday. Barbie's Crown, fluoroscope, completely clean. Good for Barbie. Steve and I got her. Bob Burgess has 3 horses here. One is a better than Cheddar that's jogging now. His name's Brilliant Corners. Danny has him. The other 2 I'm going to pick up tomorrow at the farm, and that would be Capistrano and Trafalgar's siblings. One by Big Jim, one by Up the Credit. Jesse Balboa will be here on Monday. That's the Indiana bred Jailhouse Jessie. That's my girl. Will be here on Monday. That's my girl by Guccio. Then we have the Guccio Colt coming from Indiana. Then we have a Sunshine Beach coming from Ohio, and a sports writer coming from Ohio also. So I believe I have them all. If my math is right, if everything's on point, it is 66 horses. So let's aim for the drone next Friday. I'm going to tell Curtis next Friday. Don't know what the weather's going to be like. That will be contingent on weather, but we'll aim for next Friday morning. We'll have to start early. We got a lot of them. I'm going to say an 8:30 start. Post time 8:30 for the drone next Friday. We got them all. We got them all done. I'll be back in a minute. Not in a minute. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Stables, 2-year-olds, and anything else we need to go over. Talk to you guys soon.